Folks, the other big story tonight, the Democratic primary for governor, Attorney General Phil Weiser has defeated Senator Michael Bennet.
Early in this campaign, Weiser was not the presumptive winner. Even though he is Attorney General, he positioned himself as the outsider running against establishment Washington. And hey, it worked. Denver 7's Veronica Acosta is at Weiser's headquarters tonight.
You know, when that race was called, the energy here was really palpable. The spirits were high. People were cheering. They were clapping. They were all waiting for Attorney General Phil Weiser to take that mic and start talking. There was more than 300 people here at one point. It was hot. It was crowded. But you guys, no one seemed to bat an eye. No one minded because they really got the win here. And, of course, we heard from Attorney General Phil Weiser. He got on that mic right after he heard from Senator Bennet and got that concession from him. He spoke to the voters directly in this room. He told them billionaires cannot buy elections here in Colorado. He spoke about his fight against the Trump administration, saying he's going to fight back if ultimately he's elected Colorado's next governor. He said he's not going to, quote, bend the knee. He called himself the people's governor over and over. That got so many roars from the crowd here. Now, I asked him about starting this race as what many thought was the underdog. Senator Bennet has that major name recognition. He said he gained all that momentum by simply being himself and talking to voters as much as he could. Listen.
This was a movement built by people who are in this room putting in the work. People need to know politics is not how much money you can have at a super PAC. It's how much power of the people you can generate. That's what we proved tonight.
And tonight I spoke to so many voters and supporters of Attorney General Phil Weiser. I asked them, why Weiser, why not Bennet? A lot of them pointing to those 66 lawsuits that the Attorney General filed against the Trump administration in about the past year and a half. So something to keep note of. But of course, we know and remember that Senator Bennet, he conceded to Attorney General Phil Weiser, and that's where we find Colette Bordelon.
Veronica, this room, probably very different than the room that you are in right now. Lights are on, no more music. The only thing I've heard people popping are balloons, not bottles. And really, U.S. Senator Michael Bennet, he called to concede to Attorney General Phil Weiser at just around 8 tonight. And after that, this room just started clearing out after Bennet addressed the crowd. Now, Bennet, who has held that seat in the U.S. Senate since 2009, he'll continue to serve his term in that role as senator until early 2029. So that'll end up being a total of 20 years in the U.S. Senate. Bennet was upbeat as he addressed the crowd at his party, asking for them to actually give Weiser a round of applause. The result's not what he wanted, but Bennet stood by his campaign.
Now it is time to come together, Colorado. We have had our disagreements. That's obvious to anybody who's been watching this race. And no doubt we will have healthy disagreements in the future. But we agree on what the problems are. We agree on what our goals must be. And we all know that the future of Colorado depends on what we build from this time forward.
He called on his supporters to start supporting Weiser now, saying that Weiser should become Colorado's next governor. And it seems like in this case for Weiser, at least, as was heard on the campaign trail, Attorney General might really stand for almost governor, since Republicans have not won a statewide race in Colorado since 2016. We're live tonight. Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.